Hello all together. I hope you can hear me well. Welcome to our first Re-FREAM webinar. My name is Verena Traunmüller. I'm the Re-FREAM project manager from Creative Region here in Linz, Upper Austria. And today I'm here together with my colleague Sander Hofstee.
Hello, my name is Sander Hofstee. I'm from the Fashion and Technology Department at the Art University of Linz, and I'll be offering design expertise for our 2D to 3D challenge.
Later today, following this webinar, our technological partners from the hub in Linz, they're going to explain their technologies to you in detail. You can see the schedule for the webinars on our homepage. And also a very short and important message is that please note that during this webinar, we cannot have any live questions from you. Means we cannot talk to you directly right now. This is unfortunately due to our technical setup here. But of course, we are able to answer all your questions later on. So please, in case of any questions, please post them to the chat. We will collect them, cluster them, and we'll talk to you and discuss with you right after this presentation. But please note that it's not possible to ask any questions directly during our presentation. So please use the chat function. Okay, so I want to start with a little introduction of the Re-FREAM project itself. But I promise I keep it short because I'm sure you all are already informed a little bit about the Re-FREAM project itself and had a look on our website. So I will just shortly give you a little input to this. The mission of Re-FREAM is to start co-creation processes. We want to start co-creation between artists or designers, as you are probably, and scientists. And the aim of this co-creation is that artists or designers and scientists can co-explore how technologies can improve or even change the future of fashion. Through this process of co-creation, both groups, meaning artists and scientists, they will both benefit from mutual learning. Through the process, they are able to rethink their own way of doing, rethink their own work. And through this, both groups are enriched by getting new perspective that will help to change the future of fashion. The technological partners within Re-FREAM are offering a fully geared up infrastructure with state-of-the-art technology. This technology is currently not used in large-scale production within the fashion industry, but within Re-FREAM, our partners offer the chance for artists and designers to experiment with those technologies, and they let them use them to realize their concepts. So within the co-creation process, Re-FREAM wants artists and scientists to research, for example, on new materials or new processes that are able to change the future of fashion production. Also, Re-FREAM has a very strong focus on urban manufacturing, means it wants to make use of these state-of-the-art technologies to let urban areas becoming a space of art-inspired and design-orientated production spaces again. We do not only want to challenge the fashion itself within Re-FREAM, but especially in our challenge here in Linz, we want to challenge the way how fashion is designed and produced. Re-FREAM in general is a project that lasts for 3 years. It's financed by the European Union and it offers 2 rounds or 2 calls where we are searching for artists and designers. The first call is currently open and still will be open until the 30th of May. And in each round or with each call, you as designer or artists can apply for one of our 3 challenges. We will talk about challenges in a minute. You can apply to a challenge with your concept and by describing how you would experiment with technologies to rethink fashion. And the selected concepts will have a duration of 9 months and you can receive up to 55,000 euros per concept or project. Each of our 3 challenges have their own technological partners, and by applying for one certain challenge, you will have certain technologies available to you. The challenges will take place in different locations, and the locations are also our co-creation hubs. It means those are the spaces where the co-creation processes actually takes place. And those hubs will be located in Berlin, Valencia, and one is here in Linz. And we are currently working on establishing them. In Berlin, the challenge or the hub is focusing on technologies that work with the integration of electronics. And the webinar for those technologies will take place tomorrow on the 8th of May. So if you're interested, you can come back tomorrow and dive into technologies used in the hub in Berlin. In Valencia, the focus is on sustainable circular systems, and the webinar introducing the technologies available in the hub Valencia will take place this Wednesday on the 9th of May. And we here in Hub Linz, we are focusing on additive manufacturing. And later today, directly after our session, our technological partners from our hub will present their technologies to you. But now I will hand over to Sander, and he will give you some more details to our challenge from 2D to 3D.
I would like to tell you a bit more about the 2D to 3D challenge which takes place in Hub Linz. The hub is managed by the Creative Region Linz in Upper Austria and the Fashion and Technology Department of the Art University in Linz, who will support the artists. We are looking for game changers. This means that we need big ideas, concepts that challenge the status quo. Think of complete processes instead of one garment or accessory. You should be able to rethink traditional methods of creation and production. Come up with your own aesthetic vision that combines the functionality of 3D printing and wearability. Yet you should keep in mind that these visionary ideas should still be rooted in reality. Your goals should reflect the technical possibilities available to us now and in the near future. You do not need to be a 3D printing expert already, but it is important that you are able to visualize and communicate your concepts and ideas clearly, and that you are motivated to dive deep into this technology. You should be keen to learn the digital skills needed for your specific project. Throughout the whole project, the artist will receive support and feedback from our network. From initial concepts to visualizations to final prototypes, we've got you covered. Our challenge is called From 2D to 3D because traditionally in fashion, patterns are created in 2D to ultimately fit 3D bodies when all the pieces come together. It is important to be able to work like this and visualize how a pattern will be transformed, but we are really interested in what happens in the creative process if we switch straight to 3D for this creation stage. We challenge our participants to come up with visionary concepts that combine fashion and additive manufacturing technology to create new processes for the creation and production of fashion. Our network of experts are eager to be challenged by your creative vision. Together, we will research, experiment, and develop prototypes in our co-creation space. The upcoming seminars will dive a bit deeper into the different technologies which are offered by our hub partners. First off, we're going to have Haratech, which have technologies such as laser cutting, injection molding, vacuum casting, and 3D printing. Then we have Profactor and Stratasys, who will show 3D printing technologies such as polyjet printing. And afterwards, Empire will talk about simulation technologies.
Last but not least, I shortly want to introduce you the place where our co-creation hub will take place, here in Linz. Linz is the main city of Upper Austria, and Linz is no traditional fashion city. But Linz has a lot of industries and institutions that are developing and researching technologies of the future. And therefore, Linz is the perfect place for our challenge that Sander just introduced to you. Linz is within the top 5 creative cities of the European Union. And the Re-FREAM hub here is located in the innovation center of the city. It's a place called Tabakfabrik. And we, in the Hub Linz and all the partners, we are not only offering to you a wide range networks to persons in design and technology field, but also we are having collaborations with, for example, the Ars Electronica Center or the Garage Makerspace. So we hope you got a little insight to the Hub in Linz and to our challenge. Thank you for your attention.
So get ready to be inspired, and we look forward to seeing your concepts for the From 2D to 3D challenge. We will now be live and taking questions. Please use the chat to interact with us, and I hope we can answer all your questions.